welcome back to Life with Liz. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications, that way you'll be notified every time my girl posts a new video. Good morning, guys. I am up and I'm about to get started on this turkey and on my sides, so stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm about to start making my mom's stuffing. This is the stuffing that we would eat when we were kids. As a kid, it was not my favorite, but oh my gosh, now as an adult, I love it. I miss it. So I've got 2 sticks of butter in here, and I'm going to add some onion. I add about a cup of onion. I'm using a 1/4 cup, so if you're, in case you're wondering, but it should be about a cup of onion. And I'm going to start sauteing that. Alright, so let me get this going and I'll be back. Alright, now that that's been sauteing for a bit, I'm going to go ahead and add about a handful of raisins. Sorry, let me grab my other stuff first. Let me do the celery. I'm going to do about a cup of celery as well. I'm going to start to add all my ingredients right now. And then I'm going to do about a cup of carrots. That's about a cup. Probably a little more than a cup, but it's okay. A good handful of raisins. I'll need a little more. There we go. Handful of raisins. A good handful of almonds. A good handful of peanuts. And let me get this mixed up. I'll be back. Alright, and I've got about a squash and a half and 2 apples that I cut up. I'm going to add that in there. I also have about a cup of peas, so I'm going to add that in there. And I'm going to let this cook for a little bit, and I'll be back. Almost forgot. I'm going to add some garlic powder in there. And then I'm going to add salt and pepper to this. And I'll be back. Alright, now that everything has cooked somewhat through, you can tell that everything has changed color. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to add about a cup of red wine. And I'm going to get this mixed up. And then I'm going to add a box of stuffing. And I'm going to mix this up, and if it needs any more liquid, I'll add a little more wine. So let me mix this all up. I'll be back. Alright guys, and this is what the stuffing looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and start stuffing the turkey now that this is done. Alright, so I've got my turkey here. I am going to add to the bottom of this pan, I'm going to add celery and onion. And then I'm going to add a ton of garlic. All right. And then I'm going to add a ton of butter, but let me get it. I'm going to use my stuffing. Something to put it on. That guy's still pretty hot. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff the turkey, and then I'll butter it up as soon as I'm done. So I'll be back. All right, turkey is stuffed. Now I'm going to put butter on it. But I'm also going to add a little wine. All right, so I'm just slathering up the turkey with butter. I tucked the wings back already because, you know, those are the first ones that'll burn. But I'm going to finish slathering this up with butter, and then I'll add my seasonings. You guys can add whatever seasonings you like. Sage, poultry seasoning, any of that. So whatever floats your boat. Alright, so I'm going to finish this up and go ahead and get it in the oven. Alright, turkey is done. I did add wine to the turkey as well. So I'm just going to cover this up and get it in the oven. So I'll start with it covered, and then when I know it's pretty much done, I uncover it, and then I let it kind of brown in the oven. Alright, so I'm going to finish covering this up. I'll be back. Alright, now I'm going to start on my stuffing, the one that I normally make every year. Excuse me. So I have 4 sticks of butter here because I am making a double batch. So I have 4 sticks of butter melting. I also have water boiling over here for my macaroni because I'm going to make macaroni and cheese. So I'm just letting this melt down, and I'm going to add 2 cups of celery and 2 cups of onion, and I'm going to saute that. Alright, so it looks like this stuff is done. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some olives in here. Get all those guys out. Alright, and I may add another small can of olives because it's 2 boxes. had the other small can on standby just in case I wanted to eyeball it and see. See if one was enough, but I think with the 1.5 is good. So this looks good. I'm going to go ahead and start adding the stuffing. I'm going to do one at a time so I can get it all mixed up. And then if it doesn't fit, I have a big bowl that I'm going to throw it all in and mix it up that way. So let me go ahead and get this mixed up. I'll be back. Alright, so I did have to transfer to the big bowl so I can mix everything together. So I'm just finishing up mixing everything up. And I'm going to go ahead and add chicken broth. I'm going to slowly add it and just eyeball it. I'm going to add a little at a time. Probably going to take all of it. So that was 2.5 cups. So I'm just going to get this mixed up and then I'm going to put it into my greased tin and cover it, set it aside, and get started on the sauce for the macaroni and cheese. Alright, and that's the stuffing. I'm just going to cover it up, set it aside. So then I can go ahead and stick it in the oven. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm going to get started on the mac and cheese. I'll go ahead and start adding my butter so that can start melting. And I'm going to add my macaroni into the water because it's already boiling. So I'm going to use 2 boxes of elbow macaroni. Gonna mix it up so it doesn't stick together. And I'll be back. Alright, so that was half a stick of butter. So I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of flour now that it melted. And I'm going to cook this down. Make sure there's no lumps in there. So I'm going to cook this for a couple minutes just to get the flour taste cooked out. I'll be back. Alright, now that that has cooked through, I'm going to add 3 cups of milk. And I'll slowly add that in so that it does not clump up. And stir as I add so it doesn't clump up. Alright, there we go. So 3 cups of milk. I'm going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. Dang flies. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And mix that up. Alright, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of mustard. Oh, that should be good. And I'm gonna add black pepper. I'm not gonna add any salt because I do add Parmesan cheese and the cheese, so it'll be salty. So I always add all of my stuff first before I add any salt. So that's just some black pepper. And I'm gonna let this go till it thickens up a bit. I'll be back. All right, now that this has thickened up, I'm gonna go ahead and add a cup of Parmesan cheese and get that mixed up. And then I'm going to add 6 cups of cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar. And I'm going to mix this up. So let me get this mixed together. I'll be back. Alright, now that I've got it all mixed up, I'm going to add in 2 cans of cheddar cheese soup. There you go. That's 1. Here comes number 2. And I'm going to get this mixed up, and then I will mix the macaroni in here. Alright, so let me mix this up. I'll be back. Alright, so I got the macaroni cooked, and now I'm just going to dump the sauce in there. Mix this all up, and I've got my tin right here next to me, so as soon as I'm done mixing this, I'll start adding it into the tin. So let me mix this up, and then I'll show you guys what I do next. Alright, so I filled my container here about halfway, and now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some cheese in there. And this is a sharp cheddar still. Can't talk. Alright, and then I'm gonna add the rest of my mac and cheese in here. And then I'm going to top it with some more cheese and cover it up and get it ready for the oven. Just making sure everything's even, and I'm going to put the cheese on top right now. Alright, so topping it with some more cheese. right, that's good. And then I'm going to cover it with foil, and that should do it. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am about to do my green beans. I have my water here already boiling, and I've got my green beans, my fresh green beans here that I've cut up, de-stemmed and cut up. So I'm going to add those in here, and I'm going to let these cook for a minute, and then I'll take them out, and I'm going to do something else with them. So I'll be back. All right. Looks like my green beans are done, so I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the water. So then I go to the next step. So let me get all of these out, and I'll be back. All right, green beans are out. So I washed out my pot, and it is now warming back up. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to saute some onion, probably about a cup of onion. I'm just going to saute this, and after a minute I'm going to add a little bit of garlic, and then I'll add my other ingredients. So I'll be back. Alright guys, now that the onion is just about done, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of garlic. And I'm going to saute that for just a minute or two. And then I cut up some Roma tomatoes. There's about 3 Roma tomatoes in there, and a little bit of jalapeno to give it a little bit of a kick. So once the garlic is done, I'm going to go ahead and add this in. Alright, onion and garlic are done, so I'm going to go ahead and add the tomato and jalapeno. And it was only like half of a, not even half of a jalapeno, so that it can give it like some flavor but not be too spicy, so that everybody can eat it. So I'm just going to saute this until the tomatoes get nice and soft, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my green beans in here. Alright guys, so now that it's looking like this, I'm going to go ahead and add salt and black pepper. And I'm also going to go ahead and add my green beans in. I'm going to mix this up, let the green beans warm through. And these will be done. I'm going to check them for salt. Make sure there's enough salt. And these guys are done. Alright, so this is what they look like. I'll be back. Alright, I'm going to make a little sauce to pour over cream cheese as like an appetizer. So I'm going to use raspberry preserves. And I'm going to try to do equal amounts of both. I'm not going to make a whole lot, because I think it's just me that likes it. I used to get this from a winery, but they stopped making it, or they closed down, so they stopped making it, and I haven't found it anywhere else. So I saw something and I thought, you know what if I mix them? So I used raspberry preserves, and I'm going to use jalapeno pepper jelly. I don't know if it's taking it or not. And I got this at Walmart. I got them both at Walmart. There we go.
Come on, Bill.
So this has a little kick to it. The other one is sweet, and this one has a kick to it. Like I said, try to use equal parts. Put them back in my bag. And I'm gonna let this warm up, and I'll mix these up. And then I'm gonna let it cool down, and I'm gonna pour it over cream cheese and have it with chips. All right, guys, I think that this is done. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna let it cool down before I pour it over the cream cheese, but this is it. It has a little kick to it. It's sweet and savory. It's really good. And then really quick, we just put the ham in. The turkey is out. I went ahead and put it in the roaster so it'll stay warm. And this is what the turkey looks like. Looks good. Can't wait to eat.
You're outside. Sorry, Mom.
In this one, sorry guys. All right, the parentals are eating. They're here. My aunt. And then here's my mom with her plate. My dad's plate. Y aquí hay cranberry, eh? Para el turkey. Sí. Ahí les va. All right, let me take you guys. There's the ham, the turkey, some meatballs, charcuterie, the dip and the chips, some stuffed mushrooms, salad,
No dress.
and then when we come over here, we've got the macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, the collard greens, green beans, stuffing, gravy, the other stuffing, and more stuffed mushrooms, and we have the crescent rolls in here. Jessica's in charge. I'm gonna assume that they're burned.
Don't show those.
Say hi. Say hi. She's about to burn the other ones. There's Miss Gabby, looking cute. You ready to eat, baby? Yeah? All right, let me serve you. All right, guys, the kids are about to, they're sitting down. We fed the parentals because they wanted to leave, but Brandon's gonna say grace so the rest of us can go ahead and eat. Let me go ahead and pause the TV over here. And
Why are you looking at me?
all right. Brandon va a rezar sobre la comida bien rápido.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Dear God, thank you for this meal. Thank you for bringing everybody together today. Thank you for all this food. Thank you for another year. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thanks to the hands that prepared it.
Oh, thank you.
Bless the hands that
Thank you.
prepared it.
Thank you, mijo. That was nice.
You get enough to eat? You get enough?
Sanctify the
Comida?
food.
Guess he's,
Yeah, I'm cool.
Well,
Thank you.
shut up. You should have got up and said grace.
oh my gosh, this is.
You're on camera. I mean,
It was good. It was good, baby. You did a good job. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys, and this is the aftermath. These are all our leftovers. We're about to go take outside. A lot of leftovers. Hey guys, so I am gonna get ready for bed. I'm gonna wash up, get ready for bed, but really quick, Jessica, we have all the kids. Jessica, something happened with her eye, so she had to go to the emergency room. Excuse me. I told her, don't wait, just go. One of her pupils was super dilated, the other one was normal. So she had been complaining about her eye, something going on with her eye for the last couple of days. So I told her, you know, better safe than sorry, just go in. So Thanksgiving was a success up until the end when, you know, that happened to Jessica. So hopefully she comes back with some good news and everything is okay. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and wash up, and I'm going to go and watch a movie with the kids and then go ahead and put them to bed. Hopefully you all had a good Thanksgiving, a happy Thanksgiving. We did have a good Thanksgiving aside from the Jessica situation. But all in all, it was a success except for that. But hopefully you all had a great Thanksgiving with your family, your loved ones. I hope it was great. So that does conclude today's video. Make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.